Welcome to a special edition of the Quip Corner with Ada. Today is a World Day, and I have something different. I'd call it that for you. So join me in the Quip Corner and find out what this is. Since I am the quip queen and I love quotes as well, before I read today's quip, I'd like to share a quote with you. And it was by James Gates Percival, who was an American poet, a surgeon, and a geologist who combines these three very distinct careers. Well, he said, "The world is full of poetry. The air is living with its spirit. The waves dance to the music of its melodies and sparkle in its brightness." You know, for the longest time, I thought that poetry had to rhyme. Maybe because that's what I was taught in school. And so I held on to that thought very tightly. But remember what I say about learning. You know, you need to be willing to learn, willing to unlearn, willing to relearn. And that's what happened to me when I had the opportunity of meeting some amazing poets, starting with Miss Anna, Derek, Takadra, Mary. You'll see my videos with them next month, so watch out for those videos. You'll see what I mean by they are really amazing poets. Well, having met these people, I realized that poetry doesn't necessarily need to rhyme to be poetry. So as I saw that World Poetry Day was coming up, I said, maybe I should be my own guest. Yes, I got a poem for you. But just before I read that to you, let's read the quip, which is from my third book, and it's quip 33. And I like this quip because, not just because it's a really nice picture, that's the picture at the top, but because it ties into what I just said about poetry not having to rhyme. So it's almost like here I am giving myself permission. Quip 33 says, "You don't have to always color within the lines. Be and express your authentic self." Yeah, sometimes we box ourselves in, even when no one is boxing us in. Remember the video I told you that my dear PDE gave me the idea for? I'll put the link there somewhere so you can see that as well. And I'll also put the links to the other videos that I said dovetail nicely into today's. So as I said, I decided that why not be your own guest on World Poetry Day? So let's do this. My poem is titled Poetry or Poet Try. As I thought about writing poetry, I was reminded about pottery. You and I can do what we set our minds to do. More importantly, we need to do it. Yeah. Okay, yeah isn't in the poem. I need to compose myself, shouldn't I? It doesn't need to be easy to be possible. You remember that from my chat with Dr. Valerie. I'll put the link up there. Especially because with God, nothing is impossible. Okay, There were too many interjections. So let me try it again. You know, the way poetry is read, not with all the ad-libbing. I'll try. Poetry. Or poet, try. As I thought about writing poetry, I was reminded about pottery. You and I can do what we set our minds to do. More importantly, we need to do it. It doesn't need to be easy to be possible, especially because with God, nothing is impossible. I think about how readily quips come to me and how quotes stick to me. Venturing into poetry is more than taking a walk in the park. It now feels like I'm walking on water. Like pottery, all poetry needs is my best attempt. After all, poetry just wants the poet within to try. Thank you. Well, I'm applauding myself. I was so excited when I wrote this 101 word poem. Yes, I know. I applauded myself. I wrote it in January. And then I decided, you're the quip queen. Why don't you challenge yourself? Remember, leverage what you've learned and move forward. Challenge yourself and write more poetry. Sounds like a fair challenge if you ask me. And then as I prepared for this video, I saw another quote that propelled me forward. I'll read that to you too. Carol Ann Duffy said, "You can find poetry in your everyday life. Your memory, in what people say on the bus, in the news, or just what's in your heart." And indeed, that is how I have continued to write a few other poems. In fact, I'm looking forward to publishing at least one book with my poetry. Yes. So, I'll give you an opportunity to contribute to this cause if you want. You can be part of this My Poetry book project. You'll see information right after this on how you can participate. Thank you in advance. So, what did you think about that poem? Each and every one of us has so much within us. We have a creative flame that should be stoked, not stopped. That's all I have for now, but I'm pretty excited with this new path. Oh, I will still be writing more books with 101 quips and quotes. And now, 101 word poems. I look forward to reading your comments and responding to them and catching up with you in another episode of the Quip Corner with Ada. You take care.